everybody. I'm really happy to be here. My name is Aurore, as Vlad said, and I'm the 9th employee at Shine. I don't know if everybody knows what Shine is. Shine, we are a neobank, and we are the co-pilot for freelancers. So we provide bank account with MasterCard, and we provide services like creating invoice, like tell to your customer to pay you, to remind them to pay you, and we can calculate all the taxes you have to pay, and we can say you when you have to pay it. Shine was founded by Nicolas Rebout and Raphaël Simon. When Nicolas was the CEO of Printic, a company acquired by M6 Group, and Raphaël was a developer as freelancer. And it was so painful to him to just do all the administrative stuff that he talked to Nicolas and said to him, I can't focus on developing and coding because all the administrative stuff overwhelmed me, I will die. So please help me. And they decided to build Shine. And we launched Shine just 1 year ago. Today it's our birthday, so we are very happy. And we have been from 0 customer, and now we have 30,000. So the care is really important for us. In the company, we are all freelancer or were freelancer. For example, for myself, I was freelancer as consultant in social media. So I've had a lot of problem with administration, URSAF, it killed me, literally. And so I can understand when a freelancer sends me an email and he's stressed, I can totally understand his pain. So for us, it's really mindset. The care is mindset. You just have to take in mind, without your customer, you are nothing, you are dead. Your customer helps you to make your company. Your customer pay your salary. So just take in mind who pay your salary. Your customer, you doesn't owe nothing to your customer, and your customer does nothing to you. You just have to give respect and provide the better service as possible to your customer. It's just the basic, but sometimes you can forget it, and it's really, really important just to remind it every time. Who pay your salary is your customer. Okay, for us, the care is like the Care Bears. I love with my team. My team is here. Thank you for being here, team. We love this gift because we think that we are Care Bears and that the power of care is just the little hearts in the air. And we strongly believe that the care can change everything in your relationship with your customers. We use care as an acronym too. For example, the C is change your perspective, take your customers one. That means, for example, if your customer sends you an email, I hate you, I hate your product, it's really positive. First of all, don't take it personally. The customer is just angry about a situation, is not angry about you or about your product. And it's a moment to just rethink. For example, why he hates me? Maybe your product is not so good. Maybe you took so much time to answer your customer. It's really painful when you are stressed out. When, for example, your product is about administrative stuff and you are stressed. When you take so much time to answer it, it's normal that your customer is angry. So just take this as an opportunity to just convert this person as a lover. And you can do it just trying to understand why it's like that and trying to resolve this problem. It's the fundamentals, but just trying to resolve problem and be keen with someone just change everything. Advice in giving them complete answers. So when you receive an email, it's just simple, read it twice. Really important to have an analytical reading about this email because sometimes there is a question and a question and a question, and if you just answer the first question, your answer will be incomplete. And provide a good answer is to doing the extra mile. And the extra mile is not just answer the email, it's go forward. For example, if a customer asks me, hello, how can I pay my taxes? I will explain him what is the tax he has to pay, how is the amount of tax he has to pay, and I will give them the special link when he can pay directly the tax. It's really important. Our job is to help the customers doing less action possible. We just have to relieve them of all the action that they have to do. Respond nicely even to the hate is really, really, really important. Our job is just convert haters into lovers. It's key. I have a nice example at the office. It was a Sunday, I think. My colleague Yanis sent me a Slack. SOS, I have a problem. A girl hates me, just yelling at me because someone stole her credit card, and I just tell her that she has to pay another credit card, €5, and I don't know what to do. I say, okay, be care, give it for free. We'll see then what's going on. And surprisingly, 2 weeks after, the girl applied to be a freelancer in our company, and now she works for us. And she, one of our best freelancers, and she, our best ambassadors. When someone criticizes Shine on a forum, she's the first defending Shine. So every time the care can save you from bad situation, there is so much example at Shine with that. So just remind that with the power of love, like the Care Bears, you can change everything. Empathy is really important. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. It's simple, but it's really hard sometimes. But for example, at Shine, when we are just at the point of sending an email, we reread twice the email, first to check if there is not misspelling errors, but we check too if we wanted to receive this email. We just read it and we say, okay, would I like receive this email? And if the answer is yes, we send it. If the answer is no, we just change it. Okay, what is the care at Shine? So sometimes it's doing things that don't scale. Well, it's quote of Paul Graham. I think everybody knows about Paul Graham. He's the founder of Y Combinator, one of most well-known incubator. And at Shine, for example, last year when we launched Shine, we sent a handwritten note to every first customer. It took a huge amount of time, but people were amazed about that. And right now, when we do some mistakes, when we take so much time to answer a customer, when we do mistake about company creation because we create company for users, we send them a handwritten apologize letter with a tote bag and stickers. And we have a really good example that a girl that just take a picture of that and put it on Twitter. So, okay, it takes some time, but we have return on investments. A really important person in customer care, I don't know if you know Tony Sier, is the CEO of Zappos. Zappos, he is a really well-known e-commerce shop about shoes, and they invented the concept of care is an investment, is not a cost. So at Zappos, they answer 24/7 all their customers. If a customer order pizza, even though they sell shoes, they will order the pizza for the customers because they think that the word of mouth, because people just think, oh, they are crazy, they order, I can order pizza in a shoes shop, the shoes shop, so it's crazy. But there is a lot of word of mouth, and thanks for the care that they give, Zappos was acquired by Amazon. And we strongly believe in that at Shine, and for example, every time we are doing things that don't scale. For example, today, everybody at the company took 1 hour to call 10 users just to thank them because it's our birthday. And I think that every company should find something that don't scale just to amaze their customers. The intensity and the level of care will be different according to the stage of your company. For example, before the product market fit, the radicality and the intensity of care has to be really, really strong and radical. And you have to prepare yourself because you will be overwhelmed by work when you will reach the product market fit. So the first thing is to write a tone book. A tone book is a book that defines how you will talk to your customer, the word that you will use, the word that you won't use, for example. Every company has its own tone. For example, Stripe has a special tone. Stripe wants to talk to their customer like if they're their friends of their friends. For example, Lydia wants to talk to the customer like if the customer were in a 5-star hotel. And at Shine, we talk to customers like our equal, like our partners, because we are freelancers or we're freelancers, so we just talk to them like we talk to ourselves. It's really important at this moment to write an internal Bible with key resolution, because you will have small questions of customers, so it's time to just write down in a Notion note or in a Google Doc note, just to write down how you can resolve all the problem, and you can write to save replies on customer support software like Intercom. It's the moment to prepare, because when you have X10, X100 emails, all this job that you've done will help you a lot to gain some time. And prepare FAQ. At this time, when you have twice a day the same question, just prepare an article on your FAQ and save reply. It's really important. Okay, it's the time to interact as much as possible with your customers. Why? Because before the product market fit, you can do mistakes. Your product can do mistakes. The only way to get feedback and to know if you are in the right or wrong way is just to interact with your customer. So call them, answer every email, and take feedback as goal. If a user just say you, okay, your feature, I don't give a fuck, is not useful, tell that to your product team, because when those feedback, you can iterate quickly and reach the product market fit quickly. Answer everything every time. Really, really important. I remember last year at Shine, I worked 7 per week, and I work up to 6 in the morning. I remember I was in my bed at 6 in the morning answering customer with my phone on intercom, and I was at the office at 11 in the night. And every customer was amazed and told me, oh, you never sleep? And I say, no, I can't sleep because we have to ship good services for you. And it helped us a lot because we've had a lot of word of mouth, because just the customer tell to their friend, oh, I'm in a new bank, Shine, they are crazy, they answer me at 11 in the night. I don't know what to do. And we've get a lot of new customers thanks to that. And I think it's really the moment to put all the intensity and all the in care, and I think it's really, 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 really important. The most intensity you will put inside, the most result you will get. And it's really, really important to communicate all your customer feedback to your product team. It's gold. Your product team can't work properly without your feedback, and they rely on you to do that job. It's the moment to test before the product market fit. For example, at Shine, we've done a lot of tests. At the beginning, for example, in our communication, we use the pronoun "thou," is like "tu" in French. And we've just seen that customer didn't like it, so we roll back. And we test small processes. It's time to just test small processes. For example, when we've had some bug at the beginning, we just put the bug in the channel Slack with the tech team. And at this time, we've had few emails, but we saw that if we had X10, X100 emails, it's just not sustainable. So at this time, we just decided to make a Trello board and to put all the bugs in the Trello board, and it helped us a lot to get a better follow-up with our customers. The product market fit is the best time because it's party, you will make money. So it's a moment to build strong processes. You will build nearly the same process that you will have at the scale moments. And prepare recruitment process. To prepare recruitment process is not so complicated. For example, at Shine, I've just checked all the recruitment process of company that I love, and I love a lot Algolia. So at the beginning, I've just copied the process, some part of the process. For example, I love in this process that you have a call with the recruiter, and then they send you 5 samples of emails that you have to answer for a customer care position. And I just copied this process, and it helped me a lot to just get the best person in my team. I have Camille, who is right here, who followed this process. And I think this process helped me to just get the best person to do the job, because a person really motivated will just answer all the email and send you quickly the answer. You can read a book, really interesting. I think you have heard about that. It's the AIM Method to Hire. It's a classical book. Every great organization or company use this book. Payfit, Venture use it. It's a book that helps you to build a pipeline of future employee and to conduct interview, and it helps you to convince people to join your team. So I invite you to buy it. You can buy it on Amazon. It's really, really interesting book. It's the time to prepare your onboarding process. So your onboarding process will change according to the growth of your company. For example, at Shine, at the beginning, we were 3 in the customer care team, so the onboarding process was really simple. The person came in the morning, just has to read our internal Bible, and then begin the shadowing. The shadowing at Shine is just sit down to a person and check what is due, and then learn the job at the side, and then begin to really answer email. And as we grown, right now at Shine we are 20 in the customer care team. We are 5 squad, so the process just changed, because you can have the same process with 2 person and with 20 person. So now when a newbie come, he have a Trello board, he have to join half a day each squad, and have to complete lessons with quiz. We have done a lot of lessons, I think 30, and they have to complete all the lesson and take the quiz, and then begin shadowing and work for real. Okay, at the scale moment. So the scale moment is really, really crucial. It's time to do automation. So right now you have a lot of tools to do automation. For example, a lot of customer care software like Intercom propose chatbot. Chatbot can be really useful. I'm not against chatbot. You can humanize it, just being picky of the choice of word, put the right emoji, put the right GIF. You can humanize a chatbot and provide good services thanks to chatbot. And for example, if you have recurrent question in a day, it's really interesting to use a chatbot and to push FAQ article in the funnel of the customer. And the automation can pass through with the product team. For example, if you see that your customer doesn't see a button, and you have for time day the same question, you just have to explain that to your product team and just change a color or a wording, and it can help you to save a lot of time. It's time to kill recurrent ticket too. So to kill recurrent ticket, for example, at Shine, every week we check the 10 subjects that we have the more, and we discuss it with the customer care team and with the product team. So every week we kill tickets. And the play is next year, I hope, just have 10 tickets per person per day. The dream of a customer care is just kill his job and doing something better. So it's the real play to kill tickets. And it's time to measure. So measure is just define your KPIs. So it's really interesting to define your KPIs, because it will help you to define what kind of service you want to provide. Some customer-centric companies just use non-holistic KPIs. Non-holistic KPIs are like first-time response, time of reopening tickets, rate of reopening tickets, time to resolve, and holistic KPIs are just customer satisfaction or NPS. At Shine, we use both because we want to have a global overview. But some companies like HelpScout just use the holistic one. And so, key takeaways. So just 3 points really quickly. Before product market fit, interact as possible with your users. So take feedback and give them to your product team, really important. At the product market fit step, create process as much possible, onboarding process, recruitment process, write down all the resolution of case that you had in a Bible, And at the time of scaling, just automate, use a chatbot, build your FAQ, or continue to build your FAQ, and define your KPIs. Any question? And thanks for your attention.
You?
I'm user of Shine for one of my personal activities.
Thank you very much.
And I have one question about you are very dependent of your provider of the core banking. How do you manage the feedback of your users when they are stuck, for example, with their credit card, and for some issues that you are not able to answer immediately? How do you do to get the feedback from your provider? And
I have the personal number of the head of operation there, and when I'm stuck with a lot of users, I just call him and yell at him and say him, don't let my customer like that, and he understands and he can act quickly to resolve the problems. Okay. But we are really, really close to this provider, and we check every time all the issue, even though the weekend. So when you are stuck, you can rely on us to help you.
Thank you.
Yes. You were saying you were using some quiz for your testing the knowledge of your employees. Which tool do you use for this?
I use Thinkific.
Thinkific?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's really cheap, really useful, and easy to manage.
Okay, thank you. That
You're
was my
welcome.
question. Anyone else?
Thanks for your speech. I'm very passionate.
Thank you.
How big is your team? How big is your team?
20 person.
And how do you interact with product team and development team? Is it on a weekly basis, a daily basis?
It depends. When we have bug or problems, we interact every day, because every week a person at the tech team is responsible for support, so is responsible to help us. And every week we try to interact with project team. For example, every week we do report with Sylvain here, and we show all the problems that we had. So, for example, the 5 most questions that we had in the week, and we send them to the project team.
And how frequently do you ship a new version, a new release?
Every week we build a new release. Sometimes it's just few changes, but every week there is some new thing in Shine.
Thanks.
Right?
Yes. So you said you are 20, and you read it, like every mail that you send, you read it twice. So how many messages that you receive every day?
On the daily basis, I don't know, but on a weekly basis, it depends. It could be up to 2,500 up to 3,000 per week.
Okay. And what are the metrics that you use to track the performance of the team?
We use the first time of answer, we use the median time of answer, and we use the customer satisfaction.
The CSAT that you send after the contact. Okay.
Yeah. And then we have tags about positive feedback when we have a strongly positive feedback, or when we have a really negative feedback. And we track every day the comment on store. So for example, on the App Store, we have 4.9 of notation, so we are really proud of that.
Okay, cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
One last question.
Okay. How often and how many times did you interact personally with your customers before reaching product market fit?
With each customer, or?
No, not each one, but how many of them and how many times?
Depends of the need of the customer. Some customer you will talk to them 4 times or 5 times before you reach a product market fit, and some you just send him 1 email. Depends of the needs of the customer. Some people are more needy than others.
But have you ever met them personally or not?
Yeah, and we have hardcore fans who came at every meetup that we've done from the beginning. And we are really happy of that, and we are really proud of our customers and all the support that we have. Thank you very much.
Que la famille